So what exactly do we find inside the box? Please keep in mind I have these the gun barrels. These are for Dreadnought, but the main guns were the same for the Lord Nexon, exactly the same. And I have the wooden deck from Artworks, and so these are outside the box. Now, very interesting, you remember that the trumpeter had some wooden planking for the boats, which made for very nice boats in Cesarewitch. They were here somewhere. They were here on the edge. And this one doesn't appear to have the planking for the boats. So the boats will be simply colored. I don't want to open it now. It might be something inside, but I don't think so. I don't think that I'm that lucky. I don't think so. I think it's only the upper deck, nothing else. Okay, so coming back to the box. The manual, I'm gonna talk a bit later about the manual. The colors, I'm gonna talk a bit later, towards the end of this episode, about the colors. We have flags, decals. This ship will have flags. The first photo edge, the A fret, then second one is the D, stairs, railings, a lot of vertical stiffeners again, and the spiders for the top of the funnels, and so on. Photo edge C, railing, 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 and photo HB. A lot of it about the Admiral Bridge or Admiral walkway or Admiral platform, I don't know how they call it, at the very end of the very stern of the ship. The first sprue is the hull. Let me zoom out. We have another one with a platform. I don't know which platform. I don't know, it's called C, the sprue C. I know you don't see it properly because of the plastic, but I'm not in the mood to open them now. Something about the boats and the funnels. I have some of them that are packaged like this because I think there might be two of them inside. No, it's only one, but they are fine pieces. They are fine pieces like masts and yard arms, and you know, they wanted to protect them better. Good for them. These are the bulkheads within the hull. They're gonna be treated in the very first step of the build. Another one, but this one is really double. It's a double, it's about the boats. You can barely see the boats, but they are there. And another double, mainly about the turrets. I don't know where the guns are. Oh yeah, there. Are these the guns? I don't think so. Oh, they might be. I don't know. They seem very long. We'll see about that. I'm gonna put everything back, and I have to talk to you about the manual, about the color. Ah, and I forgot this one, the deck. Yes. I have to talk to you about the manual, the color scheme, and the colors and paints that I have, and what crosses my mind about how to paint this model. Keep in mind, this is only the Lord Nelson. You remember I have the other model, the Agamemnon. This was a very nice surprise from Hobby Boss to do the both ships. And now in my build, these two ships, they risk being different, because I don't have the intention to repeat the build just the same. At some, I will do now the Agamemnon, and then in the future I will do I will do the Lord Nelson, and sometimes in the future I will do the Agamemnon. And while physically they will be identical, I intend to paint them differently. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Now, the manual. The manual has 24 pages, comprising 41 steps. And I was looking on internet to find a decent PDF version of this one. I couldn't find, not a decent one, I mean, and I scanned it. I scanned it myself, page after page. One PDF is one page. At the end of this episode, I will make a sequence of these pages, a couple of seconds each page, so you know, just to be there. This version, what I put in now, is not annotated. I usually annotate it. I color stuff. You know, when I treat step 23, let's say some photo edges jump in my eye or something like this, I like to put some color on it. But this one is not annotated. Sometimes I work showing the PDF on screen within the episode, and oftentimes I work with a manual, with a paper-based manual on the table, and I just follow what's in here. Yeah, so some of the steps are quite elaborate, and some other steps are more simple, which is normal, but some of them are very, like step 9 is a very small step, a very short step. I will see about that. So this is the manual. Now about the colors. You cannot see them properly because of my light is not fantastic, but this is a red. Is not quite the hull red that I had in Cesarewitch. This is a bit more bright red, and it's called here actually cocoa brown. Cocoa, I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom a bit. Should I zoom more? Let's try. Maybe you can start seeing the color actually. It's a cocoa brown. Tamiya is XF9. which I don't have, but we'll come back to this. So we have the hull red, one kind of hull red, a dark sea gray, it says dark sea gray for the entire hull and superstructure, and something for the deck, but I don't care about the deck because I have my own deck, and nothing else. So there is a lot of gray and a lot of red. The waterline is black. Now, I was looking on internet into a lot of pictures to try to see what color versions I could have had for this ship. And there are not many color versions. Actually, the most common is actually this one. Even this one you can see on the box. This is the waterline, and you cannot see what's below. You cannot see what is below. They don't show. Oh yeah, they show it here. Maybe now you can see the whole color. So basically there is no escape from this color scheme. But I found in a museum site in UK this picture showing the hull red for the hull and a greenish gray for the upper part of the hull, and the normal gray, or light gray for the superstructure, brass color for masts and guns, and a dark gray, I think, for the roof of the turrets. That gives me to think. I don't know. What's interesting is that the masts and the guns are in brass color. I don't know. And the model, as you can see in the picture, the model doesn't have the boats installed. There is another picture I wanted to show you. This one is from the Kombrig kit. Kombrig being the Russian or Ukrainian one, doing these models in resin. And this one, you can see there are some white surfaces. I think those were canvas surfaces. And even an entire boat being canvassed, probably, and it is shown in white. So, I don't know. But the thing is, we either have this basic color scheme or perhaps some variation with darker turret roofs or something like this. I intend to do the guns in darker color, the way I did them for Cesarevich, like olive drab or something like this. But I don't know about the masts. Another thing that worries me is, I don't know if you can see them. Let me zoom. These are aerials, and these aerials, I think they were functioning as antennas for some of the transmitters, receivers, whatever, and they are quite complex to do. And I've seen on internet, I don't remember where, but I've seen the same model, one in 350, done with these aerials, having these circular spacers installed, And I wonder if those circular spacers, did they come from this kit, from some photo etch part, or did they come from other source, which I don't know about. So let's go here and look at the photo etches. Where they might be at the very end, of course. I'm curious about those photo etches. I'm very curious. We have the flags, we have an anchor chain, we have a first and second photo etch. No aerials, no circular spacers, and we have another photo etch with railings and with the Admiral bridge and so on. So we don't have those circular spacers. Very interesting. Of course we don't have them because they are part of the rigging, and these models don't come with rigging. Yeah, okay. So by the time I'm getting there, by the time I'm getting to do some rigging for the aft part of the ship, I will have to take some decisions what I'm gonna do about those aerials. I might be, knowing myself, I suspect I'm gonna ignore them. I'm gonna run some easy line, and that's it. Nothing else. But we are far from that point. Another thing that worries me a bit, I look now at the Cesarewitch, and it seems to me, let me show you the Cesarewitch again, one of them, maybe the second one. It seems to me this wires, this easy line is perhaps too thick for the rigging. The easy line, let me put the model back. The easy line comes into two sections, not two sections, but two thickness, and okay, one of them is the heavy one, which I used in the previous models, and this one is the fine one. And I've seen Ron Calverley using this one, even if he does the models at 1 in 200. So his models are almost double the size of my models, but still he uses this fine line. I don't know. How visible would this one be? I cannot find the free end, but it doesn't matter. How visible would this be on the ship? I I worry a bit. Because mines, as they are now, they are quite visible. The heavy one. So that's another thing. I was also curious about the size of the model. Let's look here. This is let's get back the Cesarewitch, because from what I've read, this Lord Nelson should be something like 10% longer than the Cesarewitch. Let's put them aligned, and yes, they are kinda aligned here at the end, and then here you can see they are a bit longer. They are quite longer than the Cesarewitch. And also I think the ship was larger, a bit larger. Very interesting. So we'll see about that. Now coming back to the colors, let's see what I have. Bear with me for a moment. As I said, I don't have what they call cocoa brown. The cocoa brown for the underwater hull. I still have, however, this hull red which I used for the Cesarewitch. This one I have it. XF9. Oh, look at it, look at this. Hull red, it's XF9, and here in the instructions is the same XF9, but they call it cocoa brown. Oh, so this one I have it. The red hull. This simplifies the choice for the hull. It's gonna be red hull and that's it. Now for the above water hull, which we said is gonna be gray or greenish gray, I don't know what to decide yet. We have this one, because here it says in the instructions, it says dark sea gray, which would be XF50. I don't have the XF50, but I think I have an XF54, and it's the same name, dark sea gray. You don't see it. I should focus better. So it is dark sea gray, but it's XF54, and in the instructions they say dark sea gray XF50. Well, so this would be the color for the above water hull. How about this, or maybe if I want to use a greenish gray like in that museum picture, I could use something like this. It says RLM gray XF22, or even something like this, which is the field gray. This would be very interesting. This would be very interesting, the field gray, the German Feldgrau. What else do I have? I have a dark gray. Maybe not. Maybe this one would be for the turrets, for the roof of the turrets. What else? The more we dig, the more we find out. NATO black, no, NATO black. But this one would be a nice possibility for the above water hull. Either this or the gray, dark sea gray, one of them. Okay, how about the rest of the support structure? The rest of the support structure, I think I'm gonna do it with a medium sea gray XF83. I think so. I didn't decide yet. I just muse about my options. This one was here and this one was here. And the top of the turrets, the turret roofs, might be anything. Might be even this one. Or the olive drab. Who knows? Who knows? Interesting choices. For sure the hull will be red, but I cannot decide about the above water hull. Choices. Long episode, eh? Thank you for watching.